So affecting 1 in 10 people worldwide, dyslexia is considered by most healthcare professionals to be a disability that causes children the struggle to learn reading and writing early on, and it creates kind of a delay in their education. So that's the gist of it, and that's kind of what I've learned about it as I've investigated further into my practice. And being dyslexic naturally became my identity that I didn't quite understand. So I wanted to break it down further for you and share with you what else I've learned. Focusing entirely on my studio practice gave me a break from the rest of the world and meant that I could dive into the way I think. Perhaps I could create my own language in the way you saw the marks kind of going across the page just now. I could create my own language, my own vocabulary, my own way of translating my thoughts onto paper. And that's when it evolved from a disability to a strength. My insecurities kind of became my power in my studio. It was no longer about right or wrong answers. I was able to come up with my own rules and translate that into raw emotion on paper and canvas, and walls, and all over. And I also realized that I had been holding myself back. I often think that we build our own walls to protect ourselves, through architecture, and we build our own rules and we stand by those, and we forget that it's okay to break it, especially when we're outside of the normal practice. And everything I'd been hiding most of my life started showing in my work, whether I wanted to or not. So I figured it was time to confront it. So moving a little bit more to where I'm at today is I'm building my own vernacular, a way of communicating that does not have a right or wrong answer through line, color, and texture. And it kind of reminds me of when I was a kid, but before I even knew what dyslexia was, I would sit in the back seat of the car when my mom was driving on let's say a road trip, and I'd pick up the crayon and I would just let the line just draw across the page. And it was very much about seeing where the line took me and kind of creating my own compass and understanding what was happening around me. And that alone was, you could say it was an abstract painting from the start, but it was also kind of a mind map of the way I was thinking. So my works have evolved in the way I see color, and